Hello, I am Bentham, and welcome back to Factorio MASA with Arumba, Avak, and Stejo. Merry Christmas, guys.
Oh, is it Christmas, this one?
Yep.
You planned ahead. Wow, that's a lot.
Yep, good job.
Well done, Bentham.
We all... What are you talking about? It's Christmas Day. We all opened our presents, and then we went back to recording.
No.
No.
that didn't help.
You gotta maintain the illusion.
No.
The illusion that everyone
There is
knows
no
isn't
illusion.
real.
Okay, so how are you wanting to do this then, Avak?
What, the presents, or?
No, the train. You just want to do two of them? What are you gonna call it?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to need more than two.
You gonna call it the hodgepodge train?
Hodgepodge?
Yeah, because it's got all kinds
sure.
of stuff in it. I mean, what are we gonna call it?
Well, there's two trains. You can... Wait, what are you naming? Are you naming the stations or something?
Yeah.
You can call them
Hodgepodge
Hodge and
loading.
Podge.
Yeah, but then we'd need to send trains to specific places. We'll just call it Hodgepodge loading. I'm not even sure if that's how you spell Hodgepodge. I don't care, though. Not really.
I would say it's like Dodge, except with a hit and a p.
And the put.
A hit and a p.
Alright, well... I've got HODGPODGE. Because I can't figure the E would go on the... I don't know. English frightens me when it comes to E's. So many of them are silent, and I just don't know that it has strange rules. I don't get
It usually has an E on the end of the Hodge.
Okay. I'm okay with
Usually,
this.
like, this happens often, like... With the hodging and the podging.
Yep.
Well, in the occurrences where I've seen the word
What's the-
hodgepodge,
What's the base's Omni unload station called? Depot.
The pot.
Depot.
The pot. Called the kettle black.
I really wish there was a way that we could just copy train settings, though. Wow, do I wish there was a way for that. Can you copy train settings like that?
Yep.
yeah, I thought you could.
Wow.
You can also copy train colors like that.
Even cooler.
That's the point. These
Oh,
trains
no.
should have their own special color,
No.
so we can categorize them.
No.
Well, you're just no fun then.
I used to do that.
Colours
but
are great.
it's so much work. So are these just your hodgy podgy ones?
Yep.
Okay.
Podgay.
I had
It even averages stuff out.
I had
The
a,
issue is, like, the way it averages stuff out, it breaks when you've got multiple things in the same chests.
yeah. Also,
does
the
it?
inserters
Yeah.
start to act really stupid when you've got
Oh, right, yeah, just take
Different-
out the averaging then, because isn't
different item types. 'Cause they can only pick up
Yeah,
one item
I
type at a
didn't
time.
think
They
of
can't pick up 12 like different items. So
Yeah, didn't think of that. Just go ahead and set that up.
Which is a shame, because it'd be nice if it would work, but yeah, it doesn't.
There you go.
Now, after specifically removing it and setting up belts, so once again we're going to have to introduce bot-based plate transportation.
Hey, that's why I originally had them all set up as separate things. Okay? But now we're changing that to all bot unloading. Not my fault.
That's the point. We could have just set up a new station and had them delivered to
That
properly.
was the original idea. Just have a single station which would always unload iron. And we can do that later. That's actually a really easy thing to set up. That's not going to be a problem for us.
these trains are so close together, it makes me nervous. They're like sitting right next to each other.
I know, there's no room to get away. If you're stuck on the track, you're dead. And it's glorious. Glorious and fun and glorious. Right, well, if we can get that hooked up, then
Your beacons are back, by the way.
unload 2 of them at a time.
I think this map is just permanently laggy for me now.
Oh,
We've reached that point.
We're all Bantam.
What's your FPS, UPS at?
You have like 35%
It
power.
is. Oh god, I pressed F6 instead of F5, and that's a much more horrifying screen.
Yes.
FPS is hovering around 10.
10.
Yep.
Really?
Oh, I can't move now.
Wow.
Is this normal?
Apparently the
F5
F6
or
key
F6?
caused me
Yeah,
to
don't
lag
do
behind
F6.
the game.
Yeah. F6 gives me 10 FPS.
No, that was when I was looking on F5.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you're behind. You're definitely behind.
Well, you're playing on like a 17-year-old laptop, right?
Oh, wait.
Isn't that
No,
what
it's like 1-year-old.
But why a laptop, though? Why would you buy a laptop?
Why?
Because I need it to be portable.
But why?
Because he uses his for school.
Yeah, but why?
why?
Why do you do that? See,
Why do you go
not?
to school, Panther? Why do you need to learn?
But why not like
What
buy?
is learning?
You could buy like $100 netbook or something. You know, like a little piece of shit. Take that to school and then buy like an actual real computer. And just
What it is that I need to be able to travel between university and home, and record videos at both locations. Don't say buy 2 desktops.
But why not?
Carry your desktop around.
I think you should carry this
Like a
around.
boom box.
I used to do that. I used to move my we used to take our desktops
You
around
used to
for
carry a
LAN
desktop? Wow.
for LAN parties. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Take them
Oh,
around,
the
set them
LAN
up.
parties, yeah, but I
it
was
makes
sort of
sense for
thinking
those.
he should just go to class carrying his desktop.
Oh, I mean,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
get half ATX and take that a class, I suppose. Or you
Yeah.
can just like take
On the
you
plus
know,
side,
like
you would be
what I used to do at
buff as
uni.
all hell if you started doing that for long enough.
Oh, what I used to do at uni, I used to take this fantastic piece of equipment. It's called a notepad.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not talking about like one of these technological marvels that like you can type in, not that type of notepad. An actual, you know, it's made out of dead trees, so it's perfect.
What? This sounds like a tale from the before times.
Yes. Yeah, I used to take that to uni. Got through 2 degrees with that.
Strange.
One of these pieces of technology.
Degrees of what?
Degrees of Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm fairly certain you're talking heresy at this point.
Yeah.
Pretty certain that this is now heresy.
It was actually shillings and farthings back in those days. That's what we actually measured temperature.
Oh, in the Arumba times.
Ah, this goes even further back. So we're further back than the before times.
Arumba must hate us.
No, I've just gotten very good at tuning you all out now. I've learned. I don't listen to you anymore. There's very little reason to.
We are not making any science. I know it's not a big deal or anything, but
I think it's been like that for a while because of the steel.
this is steel. That's
Whoever
damn
set this up is dumb.
Wow, it's just straight up dumb. Who was it?
I'm not going to name names.
Go on, who was it?
No.
I'm running. I'm fucking lagging it towards.
It's whoever
you right now.
doesn't like chain signals.
Ah. Bentham, you're dumb.
There
No,
was, like,
I'm just quoting. I'm literally just quoting. Yeah.
And that makes everything okay.
wait, hold on. Is this because I think I know why? I have reasons.
I'm fucking charging, man, but I'm too slow.
I've already fixed it. It was one chain signal. That's all. It fixed everything. Just one single chain signal fixed
No,
everything.
the reason is because when I built the up here.
No.
Oh, right. I'm fucking standing beside it. I know what one it was.
Ah!
What's this one, wasn't it?
What happened?
I fucking despise these tracks being so close together.
How did that piece of track get mined? I don't understand.
How come you guys were saying we didn't have any steel? There is a completely full belt of steel. 5,000 steel in the provider chest. Like, we don't have steel. Is that just a
Why is
temporary
steel-
issue?
Why is it not getting to the belt?
The bus?
Is that provider chest outside logistics range?
No. The requesters are.
We have
Why
too
the
many
chain signal
trains
here?
here.
The
That's...
requesters are outside logistics range. Yeah,
There you
that'll
go.
be a fucking issue. Oh my god, look at this. Look at it
Damn
go. Whee!
wonder how long that's been the problem.
Fucking while. No, actually, because the steel belt was pretty bad.
There we go.
I can attest to that. The steel belt was empty for a long time.
And the reason there wasn't a chain signal is because when I set it up, there were 4 stations that all had a particular train dedicated to them.
That is fair. That is completely fair.
Why is that?
Oh, I'm stuck in place.
It's fine.
So that's flicking on and off, but the power isn't flicking on and off. There's a wire connected somewhere. Oh! Okay. We've just got a switch that's flicking on and off for the good of itself.
Oh yeah? No criteria for when or any rhyme or reason?
No, there is criteria, but it's not attached to any sort of copper. It's just flicking on and off. It's like, yeah, well, fuck this.
Nice.
Why is this?
There we go. Now it's got the ability to flick on and off.
That certainly is a lot of iron and copper storage.
There should be iron plates.
Well, I'm not going to be making any more outposts for a while, so I'll start going down.
Oh no, that one's iron plates already. Oh well, scallywags.
This save's just slowly getting worse and worse for me.
Oh really?
I fear the end is nigh.
No! Don't go towards the light. Okay, so this is all good.
Power's at about 20% right now.
I was going to say, why is everything producing so fucking slowly?
Because we committed to a different power strategy for a very, very long time, and now we're trying to switch to accumulators, and we have like a 6 to 10, maybe 20-hour period of accumulator backlog we need to build up. That much oil worth of accumulators.
I was nighttime would have sufficed. You could have just said it's nighttime.
I'm gonna give you a more specific explanation.
Oh, so good. You're such a saucy kid. Oh dear God, so good. Okay, well, things are running at the moment. It's basically, for all intents and purposes, the Omni Smelter. If you think of it like a I don't know, like a lock system. The floodgates are jammed open right now. So it's not intelligently trying to decide which ores to release or what to take off the trains, or even using the Omni Smelter stack stations. But it's working.
I like to think of it like the arc reactor from Iron Man.
Okay.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's just a science project to keep the hippies happy.
Ah. See, I was gonna say I have a thought.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I was like, this sounds suspicious. I'm suspicious of what's coming next. I've got this funny feeling. That was glorious. That was glorious.
But if there's a takeaway from that, it's that when the technology is actually advanced and miniaturized, it's going to be badass, and we're going to be flying around, and it's going to be great.
Indeed.
So when's that happening?
I can't move.
I was wondering why Mangle Ball wasn't moving at all.
Wow.
For the last minute, inputs don't work.
It's because there are a bajillion accumulators and solar panels being built, I think.
Yeah, just a few. Because if you can look,
I think Arumba has killed you.
That might be something to do with it, possibly.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think you may be being Arumba'd.
I'm not even rubber banding this time. The inputs just don't do anything.
You're behind by 8.
What does that mean? Behind by 8?
I have no idea. Oh no, 12 now.
Okay,
Whatever.
it's getting worse.
Oh, 10. It's catching up.
I stopped pressing buttons in
15.
case that helps.
Could it just be
doesn't help.
15 frames, maybe, or 15?
Oh, it's fucking.
I'm not getting 15 frames.
No, that you're behind by. I definitely don't think it's frames.
I don't know, because 15 frames. If the game is set to run at 60, that's only a quarter second. Let's see how.
It's probably 15 seconds.
Jeez.
We've reached that point where I can't keep up with the game anymore. I'm hoping this is just because we're well into a recording session.
You got pretty big saves yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I think
it's dangerous.
Possibly something to do with the connection or the fact that we're well into a recording session.
I don't know, man. This is like, I don't know how big your saves are, but this is pretty fucking advanced.
It is. This is bigger than any save that I do videos of, definitely. So it's possible, but it's at worse levels than the old laptop was, and the old laptop was a lot worse than this one.
No, you've got to remember that your PC is trying to keep up with us. Your laptop's trying to keep up with us, whereas a single player save will just slow down. Like, it won't mess around with not keeping up. It'll just slow down.
Yep. Your UPS will change instead of the FPS.
Yeah. So whereas we're sitting on 60 and I'm sending you 60. Your laptop would have just went, nah, let's make it 20 or 10.
Yeah.
Or whatever your FPS
5.
UPS is.
For comparison,
5.
Bentham, I'm getting 50 to 58 FPS with F6 on. So.
Okay, I can.
Way to make the guy feel bad.
I mean that explains though why he's. Oh, we knew why. He's got a laptop. He's got a fake computer.
Oil 3's under attack again.
There's a
this
mouse.
is my job now. I just check the map and tell you things.
There's a mouse that runs around inside of his internet.
He has become a player aid.
I can't actually scroll around the mouse. I have to zoom out and zoom in on different bits.
God.
Oh,
I feel guilty now.
Yeah. We've broken the game for Bentham.
How did you tell those beacons to have more modules? Did you place down a blueprint for these ones?
Yeah, I placed down a blueprint.
Okay. Because I was wondering if there's a way to do that without blueprinting. Like, just say, like, hey, when there's one available, put one in here. Like right shift click or something. I don't know.
Oh, I wish.
Because
I just removed that blueprint.
Every time I come over here, I have no modules because they'll disappear on the route.
Alas.
Oh, sorry. Are you trying to keep a hold of modules or?
Me? No. I'm wanting to. Right now, you can see I put a lot of productivity modules into the red, the advanced circuits. But I want the greens to be covered. I want this whole thing. Recently, I pulled some of the beacons that were not affecting the majority of machines. You know, I wanted only the beacons that hit as many machines as they possibly can. So 4 sources in most cases, or 4 receivers rather.
Yeah, so the edge ones aren't receiving anything.
Yeah, just to try to make do with what few modules we have.
Are we actually requesting right now copper or iron or brick to be put onto the belts?
Dunno.
Or has it always been assumed that it would be put on the belt by the smelter?
Yeah, no, I think everything that your new smelting setup is making is just going into storage. I don't think there's anything pulling it out yet.
Well, give me 2 seconds. I can kind of sort that.
Oh, I'm back. I can move again.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Just...
Yeah, if we just change the chest up here into requesters, it'll do.
I'm gonna walk somewhere more interesting in case it happens again.
No, I think you should do something simpler than that.
What? I mean, Steve was already hard at work, so you need to talk quickly. You're on timer.
Trying to remember if I had a blueprint for 4 belt or not. I got a very simple little layout for a single blue belt, but
actually, you'll be able to just copy that whole thing with a blueprint. So I'll just get rid of these so you can do that. Right.
The requesters, though, are adjacent to the providers, so the requesters are going to request from the chests adjacent to them, which is sort of silly.
Yes.
You need to set up a.
I can just set up.
Do a combinator.
No, I just set up the stacking setters to only pull out for a certain. If there's over a certain amount in the network.
Yeah.
Although
Okay.
your requesters only drop if there's a certain amount coming out of the chest, not network.
Right. That's to make sure the robots have access to some before it goes down to the bus. Otherwise,
okay. No, you've got 10k on the ones picking up from the belts.
Yeah.
So if you have 10k on the ones dropping off.
Yep. They'll draw from storage if there's a bunch in the storage, rather than trying to take from the bus.
Attack.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've got to remember as well that storage comes before providers, so it will always draw from storage first.
Storage comes before providers? Passive providers?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yep, pulls from storage first, then passive providers.
I thought that it treated passive providers and storage identically. I thought that they were the same.
No, there's a thingy. There's a hierarchy. It's active storage, passive providers.
I didn't know that. I still think you should be able to reserve slots in chests so that you could make something storage and say, this is where I want you to store this. But you can't do that.
Would be nice.
Well, anyway, it's that time.
Oh, yes, the time.
Yeah.
You guys feel like we got? Did we get anything accomplished?
Will end.
Hooray!
I don't think we got anything accomplished.
I definitely didn't.
I feel we're going to need to try and fix that before we come back for the next session. It's not going to do just to have Bantam there, though it would be kind of amusing for him to, just basically be a robotic announcer for everything going on.
You could just sit there going, wah, wah, wah.
You are now our clock. I was thinking of being something a bit more awesome, like I don't know, an attack early warning system. But no, he wants it to be a clock.
It happened as well when one time when I did a Factorio MMO stream with I think was it with Stejo? I think it was with Stejo. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
And I just got stuck, and so people belted me around places.
That is amazing.
So I could see things. And then they built a shrine around me. It got a bit weird.
Brilliant use of anything.
I think I've
anyway, in the next episode, I will set up the circuit conditions of the Omni Smelter, and I'll just actually set up the gates to close properly, rather than just jamming everything open on full blast.
Yeah, we need to get it making steel as well.
Yeah,
because we're still.
Well, that's going to be a little bit harder though, because now
it's awkward.
Originally, we had a station for iron, so I could have a train that would occasionally drop in, grab a train load of iron plate, then drop it off in the smelter again, and then it would just work its way through the system.
We could cobble together something that extracts them from the output belts and sends them back in, maybe.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. But we'll look into those options in the next episode, and then I will start rebuilding the system, smaller, better, etc., etc.
Scooter.
Right, well with that, we shall say goodbye, thank you for watching, and we shall see you next time.
Take care, everyone.
See you soon.